And a number of them didn't have like replacement costs. They just, you know, I saw one guy in the news. So he actually inherited his home from his parents. He's lived there for like 30 years and thought he had everything covered, but never got the replacement cost. And he's just out.
He's out money.
He's done. And he said, I don't have enough money to actually rebuild my own home.
Did he have any insurance on the home at all?
He had insurance, but it was one, I think, that his parents put on like 30 years ago when they first built the house. So he was drastically underinsured.
Yeah.
And I think there were a lot of people like that.
Well, especially in California, I think 30 years ago what it was to build a house versus now.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be a massive difference.
Yeah, especially in the Pacific Palisades. You know, those are multi-million-dollar homes. And you've got to have a replacement cost down there. Even here in Utah, you know, the prices have, I don't want to say skyrocketed, but they have definitely increased even the past 3-4 years.
We built our house in 2020, and it's doubled if we wanted to rebuild it now. It's crazy.
So you've got to get replacement costs.
Yeah. And I have to adjust it. What I insured my house for in 2020 when we built it, I've had to over time increase because for us to rebuild that home, it's going to cost a lot more.
Wow. Well, that just makes sense. Oh, wait a minute. Nothing bad ever happens to me, so I really don't
Yeah,
need
nothing ever bad will happen.
Nothing bad will ever happen. Don't worry about it. It's fine. You know, I know we have a lot of folks who are renters, not homeowners as of yet. And I think they think that renters insurance and homeowners insurance are exactly the same, which I think is a common misconception, isn't it?
It is a common one. So renters insurance and homeowners insurance are definitely different. A renter, essentially, you just need to insure your personal property and some liability for yourself. Figure the person that owns the home should have home insurance on it as a landlord. So you don't need to insure the structure of that home. You need to take care of your own stuff, your personal property, and liability if something were to happen. Homeowners insurance, you want to make sure your full structure's covered. Not only that personal property, liability, all of those things need to be covered under a homeowner's policy.
Yeah. So I remember when we first moved up here, we were renting and got the renter's insurance policy. And, you know, I have a lot of guitars, and so we had to also insure those as part of the rental.
And you can do that.
Property. And the insurance guy goes, "What?" And he goes, "That's a lot of guitars. What are you doing with those things?" Yeah. So all those things we put under our renter's
and you can put those
policy.
riders on there and schedule those. We call it scheduling those items.
Yeah. The rest of it, the property owner, they're responsible for the structure or anything.
The
like
structure,
that.
absolutely, yes.
So is there anything that, let's say that I, as a renter, I get that maybe, I know it's hard to believe, but some renters maybe get lazy and just think, oh, it's no big deal. Let's say they don't have renter's insurance, the place burns down. Is there anything, since the landlord or the property owner has to have insurance, is there any part of his insurance that might cover something that the renter had that wasn't covered by a specific renter's policy?
More likely, no.
Okay.
Most likely, no. The landlord's not responsible for the renter's personal property. So that's the majority of the policy on a renter's insurance. So if that place were to burn down, the renter's out of luck, essentially.
Yeah.
So
that's tragic. I know
it is.
I've seen a lot of people, number one, they don't even get a renter's policy, and something tragic happens and they're out. And they just think, oh, well, I rent, and so this guy's responsible for it. It's like, no, I don't think so.
No, he just needs to insure his home that he owns.
Yeah.
And he'll have his own liability. A landlord policy for the landlord would have their own liability and stuff like that. But as a renter, your personal property you need to make sure is insured.
So as a homeowner, do you ever find homeowners think that I bought my home, I got my homeowner's policy, but I'm locked into just this one policy, and they just think that they're stuck there?
Some people do believe that. That's another misconception. At any time you can shop.